Welcome to the Bare Metal Cyber Podcast. Each episode brings you timely insights, expert analysis, and actionable intelligence to keep you ahead in the ever-changing world of cybersecurity. Subscribe to the newsletter at baremetalcyber.com to stay connected. And don't forget to visit cyberauthor.me, your one-stop destination for a wide collection of best-selling cybersecurity books. Equip yourself with knowledge from industry experts and stay ahead of the threats. Let's get started with today's topic. Glitched on arrival when AI learns the wrong lessons. Artificial intelligence promises a future filled with innovation, automation, and boundless possibilities. But what happens when these intelligent systems learn the wrong lessons? Adversarial machine learning represents a subtle yet sinister threat, manipulating AI through tiny, almost invisible changes that yield dramatic and often dangerous outcomes. From sabotaging autonomous vehicles and healthcare systems to undermining financial algorithms and even deceiving our digital senses, these attacks leverage AI's own complexity against it. In this chapter, we'll explore the hidden vulnerabilities, countermeasures deployed by vigilant red teams, the strategies needed to build robust AI defenses, and chilling yet plausible scenarios where adversarial AI reshapes our reality in ways previously confined to science fiction. The sabotage inside the system. Adversarial inputs exploit AI's most subtle blind spots by using microscopic pixel shifts. Tiny adjustments invisible to human eyes but incredibly glaring to machine learning models. Think of these pixel tweaks as digital ninjas, stealthily sneaking past the model's defenses, dramatically shifting its perception without anyone noticing. Humans see a perfectly ordinary panda, while AI confidently labels it as a gibbon, making us wonder if machines need glasses. These tricks manipulate a model's confidence thresholds, pushing it from "I'm pretty sure" to "absolutely certain," but in the wrong direction. To complicate matters, these attacks don't just fool one model. Due to their inherent transferability, the same mischievous tweak can deceive multiple AI systems across entirely different architectures. Attackers have several favored playbooks to engineer these stealthy disruptions. The fast gradient sign method, affectionately known as FGSM among adversarial enthusiasts, is a quick and dirty technique that makes minor pixel shifts along calculated paths to create significant misclassification havoc. Its sophisticated cousin, projected gradient descent, PGD, takes things a step further by repeatedly refining these changes, much like a skilled burglar carefully picking a lock. Deepful attacks embrace finesse rather than brute force, gently nudging inputs just enough to slip past the nearest decision boundary unnoticed, effectively whispering lies into the AI's ear. Meanwhile, Carlini and AMP, Wagner attacks are the stealth bombers of the adversarial world, meticulously adjusting pixel values with precision so that even keen observers struggle to detect the deception. Beyond digital images, the threat extends into the physical world. Printed stickers or wearable patches, cleverly designed to dupe facial recognition systems or autonomous vehicle sensors, bringing these digital exploits alarmingly close to home. Understanding why artificial intelligence falls victim to these sneaky attacks begins with recognizing its underlying vulnerabilities. AI often overfits training data, becoming the digital equivalent of memorizing the answers to last year's exam without actually understanding the subject. This fragile knowledge makes it vulnerable when confronted with even slightly unfamiliar inputs. Many datasets lack real-world variance, resulting in models with limited experience like tourists who visited a single city and now think they understand an entire country. These gaps lead to blind spots in decision boundaries, areas where slight perturbations can drastically change outcomes. Poor generalization in these vulnerable zones makes AI less like a savvy traveler and more like someone blindly following GPS directions into a lake. Compounding the issue is the prevalence of black box model systems whose inner workings remain mysterious, effectively shielding vulnerabilities behind a digital curtain where even the developers can't fully peek. Real-world examples of adversarial attacks illustrate how these digital deceits can transition from theoretical exercises to genuinely dangerous exploits. Consider autonomous vehicles where attackers manage to fool self-driving cars by applying subtle stickers to stop signs, tricking the AI into interpreting them as speed limits, a prank with potentially deadly consequences. Similarly, facial recognition systems have been fooled by carefully designed accessories like special 3D printed glasses, allowing individuals to either become invisible to surveillance or to assume someone else's identity entirely. Malware creators are now tweaking their malicious software with tiny adjustments, causing antivirus programs, usually vigilant digital guards, to wave them right through the security checkpoint. Even everyday gadgets like voice assistants have fallen victim. Researchers demonstrated that ultrasonic signals could silently command your smart speaker, essentially whispering digital betrayals too quiet for human ears. Industrial control systems aren't exempt either. Attackers have tricked sensors by injecting falsified adversarial signals, potentially sabotaging machinery without any immediate detection. What makes these adversarial attacks particularly insidious is that standard AI models provide no built-in alerts or indicators signaling they've been fooled. Essentially, they're being robbed without ever noticing their pockets are empty. Even more worryingly, adversaries can craft successful attacks without needing direct access to a model's internal code or design, creating effective disruptions simply by observing and tweaking inputs and outputs from afar. This black box capability dramatically lowers the barrier to conducting sophisticated AI exploits, allowing attackers to strike without ever leaving fingerprints behind. Defense is equally troublesome. Robustifying an AI model typically involves trade-offs, meaning stronger defenses often compromise overall performance, like wearing full-body armor for a casual jog. Moreover, every successful adversarial breach erodes trust, slowly turning excitement about AI's potential into skepticism or outright distrust, particularly in sensitive or safety-critical systems. The broader implications of adversarial exploits become even clearer when examining autonomous systems, where cascading effects can quickly spiral out of control. A minor input distortion in an automated traffic control I could trigger erroneous vehicle reactions, propagating errors through interconnected smart city networks, potentially causing widespread chaos. Similarly, manipulated sensor data within industrial settings can lead to significant physical safety hazards or production shutdowns, highlighting that the consequences of adversarial AI attacks extend far beyond the digital realm. Because adversarial methods don't need to alter the underlying model directly, subtle sabotages can slip unnoticed through even advanced security checkpoints, creating confusion and uncertainty throughout automated processes. The ease of execution coupled with these potentially devastating cascading impacts underscores the need for proactive defenses specifically tailored to adversarial attacks. Lastly, adversarial AI isn't a niche concern. It sits at the intersection of cybersecurity, machine learning, and ethics, presenting unique and layered challenges. Organizations must grasp that AI systems are no longer immune from traditional security threats. They're increasingly frontline targets. This understanding requires a shift in thinking from viewing AI as purely technological marvels to recognizing them as new types of attack surfaces, vulnerable and enticing to malicious actors. Given the increasing integration of AI in critical infrastructure, healthcare, finance, and autonomous systems, addressing adversarial attacks isn't just an academic exercise, it's becoming essential operational practice. Educating AI practitioners, cybersecurity professionals, and decision-makers about these vulnerabilities is crucial. After all, machines might be learning the wrong lessons, but the human defenders behind them can't afford to do the same. The Red Team strikes back. Defending against adversarial AI attacks starts by thinking like an attacker, which is exactly why cybersecurity teams turn to adversarial red teaming simulations. Think of these as digital fire drills designed specifically for AI systems, deliberately crafted to expose weaknesses by mimicking malicious behaviors. AI models aren't spared from stress tests, similar to how engineers push new vehicles to their breaking points. Using generative models, AI that creates data on its own teams can actively probe for blind spots, hunting for subtle vulnerabilities within neural networks. Behavioral fuzzing, another clever technique, bombards AI decision trees with unexpected or chaotic inputs, shaking the proverbial tree to see what might fall out. White hat adversarial training is a proactive method that integrates adversarial examples directly into the training of AI models, essentially vaccinating them against future attacks. By introducing these deliberately deceptive inputs early, models learn to recognize and resist them, much like how athletes train under challenging conditions to perform better in competition. Ensemble models, which combine predictions from multiple different models, can also enhance resilience. Two heads are better than one, after all, especially when trying to catch sneaky digital tricks. However, achieving robust AI defenses can feel like walking a tightrope. Strengthening a model against adversarial attacks often risks sacrificing overall accuracy, creating a tricky balance between protection and performance. Curriculum learning addresses this by incrementally increasing the complexity of adversarial samples during training, effectively teaching AI step-by-step how to handle more sophisticated attacks, similar to progressing from basic math to calculus over time. Detection and monitoring tools provide vital early warnings and insights into adversarial activity. Out-of-distribution input detection functions as AI's alarm system, immediately flagging inputs that deviate significantly from known data patterns, indicating potential tampering or intrusion. Confidence drop analysis complements this by noticing sudden dips in model certainty, signaling that something suspicious may be occurring beneath the digital surface. Saliency map audits visualize which input features trigger certain decisions, helping analysts quickly identify abnormal behaviors or inputs that shouldn't have significant influence. Robust feature attribution checks add another investigative layer, ensuring that decisions are influenced by logical, meaningful features rather than random perturbations or noise. Real-time AI behavior dashboards give teams live visibility, making AI operations transparent and easier to monitor, much like air traffic control centers tracking flights in real time. Model hardening techniques strengthen AI defenses through sophisticated protective strategies. Defensive distillation smooths gradients in neural networks, essentially softening the edges around decision boundaries and making it more difficult for attackers to pinpoint weak spots. Random input transformations prior to inference act like shuffling a deck of cards before handing it to someone trying to cheat, disrupting carefully crafted adversarial perturbations. Bayesian modeling injects uncertainty management into predictions, allowing models to assess their own confidence realistically rather than blindly trusting manipulated inputs. Model stacking, layering multiple predictive models together, helps identify and catch disagreements among models, highlighting areas vulnerable to adversarial manipulation. Certifiable defenses via robust optimization provide mathematically verified assurances, ensuring models perform correctly within defined boundaries, even under adversarial conditions. Think of it as digital armor tested against known attack vectors. While technological defenses are critical, the human element remains an indispensable component of a strong AI security posture. Manual reviews of flagged predictions bring human intuition and judgment to bear, identifying suspicious or questionable decisions that automated systems might overlook. Human-in-the-loop feedback loops keep people directly involved in the ongoing training and refinement of AI models, ensuring constant vigilance and adaptability to new threats. Incorporating expert annotated adversarial datasets during training provides the model with valuable real-world informed experiences, like having seasoned pilots train new recruits by simulating emergency scenarios. Cross-disciplinary AI security teams blend expertise from cybersecurity professionals, AI researchers, and industry experts, creating a comprehensive and diverse defense strategy. Finally, clear escalation protocols define precise steps for handling anomalous AI outputs, ensuring quick and decisive action when the AI encounters something genuinely unexpected. Because even the smartest machines sometimes need human backup, defending the future of trust. Regulatory momentum is gaining ground as the critical need to manage AI risks becomes clear. NIST's AI Risk Management Framework, for example, lays out guidelines designed to proactively manage AI threats, making sure organizations embed responsible practices throughout AI system development. Similarly, the EU AI Act explicitly demands robust testing and accountability measures, mandating transparent model assessments that ensure robustness against adversarial attacks. Mandatory red teaming policies are emerging globally, compelling organizations to simulate attacks during development phases to identify potential vulnerabilities early on. Safety-critical AI systems now face clear risk classifications, which determine how rigorously they must be tested and secured, ensuring that higher-risk systems like healthcare or autonomous vehicles face stricter scrutiny. Penalties for negligent AI development practices further underline the seriousness of AI risks, incentivizing careful, responsible AI deployment rather than rushed or reckless innovation. Building secure-by-design models is essential in ensuring long-term AI security. By embedding threat modeling directly into machine learning pipelines, organizations can anticipate threats from the earliest stages, reducing vulnerabilities before models ever reach production. Cross-functional model validation protocols bring diverse expertise together, making sure AI undergoes thorough assessments from multiple viewpoints, from security experts to data scientists, ensuring nothing slips through the cracks. Reproducibility checks for training pipelines guarantee that models can be consistently audited, tested, and improved, preventing accidental introduction of vulnerabilities due to oversight or rushed development cycles. Rigorous data governance and curation controls ensure datasets remain clean, secure, and representative, dramatically reducing the risk of adversarial data poisoning. Additionally, secure versioning of training datasets provides clear historical tracking, allowing for precise auditing and rollback capabilities if contamination or sabotage is detected. Explainability plays a crucial role in securing AI systems, making their decision-making transparent and defensible. Transparent decision paths enable users and developers alike to understand exactly how a model reached a specific conclusion, effectively lifting the veil from AI's mysterious inner workings. Visualizing feature weightings, clearly highlighting the inputs most influencing a model's decision, helps quickly identify unusual or suspicious decision triggers. Techniques like SHAP, Shapley additive explanations, and LIME, local interpretable model agnostic explanations, further enhance transparency, providing intuitive visualizations that reveal precisely why a model made certain predictions. Linking these explanations directly to defense mechanisms allows security teams to detect adversarial manipulations by observing irregularities or unexplained decisions. Reducing reliance on black box models, particularly in critical systems like healthcare or finance, helps build greater trust in AI, as transparent models are inherently easier to scrutinize and defend. Combining cybersecurity best practices with machine learning processes, creating what's termed MLOPSSEC, is an essential step towards securing AI infrastructure. MLOPSSEC integrates principles from DevSecOps, embedding continuous security monitoring and testing directly into machine learning pipelines, ensuring AI applications remain resilient against evolving threats. Continuous integration and continuous deployment CI/CD systems tailored for adversarial resilience constantly assess models, automatically incorporating security tests to detect vulnerabilities early and often. Detailed logging and telemetry for AI decisions provide essential insights, allowing teams to track model behavior closely, quickly spotting anomalies or suspicious activity indicative of adversarial attacks. Leveraging threat intelligence specifically tailored to adversarial AI campaigns keeps security teams ahead of potential threats, equipping them with the necessary context to respond proactively. Encouraging shared AI security frameworks across industries fosters collective knowledge and coordinated defenses, ensuring all organizations benefit from community-driven insights into AI risks and responses. Finally, educating stakeholders across the AI ecosystem is critical to maintaining AI security. Data scientists must receive targeted training in adversarial machine learning, equipping them with the knowledge to build resilience directly into their models, rather than treating security as an afterthought. Raising board-level awareness about AI sabotage risks ensures organizational leaders understand potential threats and the strategic importance of investing in secure AI development. Cross-training between cybersecurity red teams and AI development teams promotes mutual understanding, allowing each to better anticipate, identify, and mitigate adversarial risks effectively. Security Operations Centers, SOCs, must develop a heightened awareness of AI-specific vulnerabilities, ensuring that security analysts can quickly spot signs of adversarial attacks on deployed AI systems. Workshops and educational sessions focused on ethical AI development practices reinforce the importance of responsibility and transparency, fostering an organizational culture deeply committed to secure and trustworthy AI. Worst-case scenarios and strange realities. The potential for adversarial manipulation takes on surreal dimensions when AI systems begin deceiving each other, creating cascades of misinformation. Imagine manipulated AI writing even more manipulated content, generating convincing but entirely false narratives that humans then trust and spread further. Large language models, LLMs, finely tuned by adversaries, could systematically propagate misinformation across social networks or news feeds, injecting confusion at scale. Deepfake detection algorithms, designed to spot artificially generated media, risk being tricked by more advanced deepfake technologies, ironically reinforcing public belief in fake videos or images. GPT-style chatbots might unintentionally reinforce these false data loops, confidently sharing fabricated facts and polluting data repositories. Even more unsettling, self-optimizing AI systems could inadvertently become trapped in loops of deception, endlessly reinforcing their own mistaken beliefs, machines effectively gaslighting themselves. The threat intensifies dramatically when considering adversarial attacks aimed at autonomous vehicles. A small sticker placed on a stop sign might cause a vehicle's onboard AI to misinterpret instructions, entirely speeding up instead of stopping, turning a mundane intersection into a potential disaster zone. GPS spoofing attacks could silently reroute autonomous delivery vehicles, redirecting critical medical supplies or valuable cargo to attackers' locations without raising initial suspicion. Imagine adversarial audio signals secretly inserted into navigation systems, commanding vehicles to follow malicious instructions undetectable by passengers. Deceptive crosswalk illusions painted onto roadways could trick vehicles into unnecessary emergency braking, causing chaos on busy streets. Even AI-guided street view systems could be fooled by carefully manipulated imagery, misguiding autonomous vehicles into hazardous situations, quite literally steering drivers toward danger. The medical field, increasingly reliant on AI technologies, faces unique and chilling threats from adversarial interference. Imagine subtly tampered medical scans resulting in critical misdiagnoses, turning life-saving technology into a dangerous source of misinformation. AI systems trained on biased datasets could disproportionately harm minority populations by systematically recommending inferior or harmful treatments, magnifying existing inequalities in healthcare. Data poisoning attacks against AI prescribing tools could trick models into recommending incorrect medications or dangerous dosages, leading to patient harm. Robotic surgery, an area typically celebrated for precision, could become terrifyingly vulnerable through sensor spoofing, leading surgical robots to perform incorrect or harmful procedures without detection. Such adversarial scenarios could create profound trust breakdowns between doctors and their AI assistants, undermining years of careful progress toward integrating intelligent tools into clinical care. The financial sector isn't immune either. Adversarial manipulation could cause catastrophic economic disruptions. Trading bots might be provoked into panic selling or reckless buying, reacting to fake sentiment spikes engineered by adversaries who flood social media with carefully crafted misinformation. Fraud detection models designed to safeguard transactions could be bypassed with subtle input perturbations, allowing fraudulent activities to remain undetected and potentially devastating institutions financially. Loan approval algorithms manipulated through adversarial inputs might wrongly approve risky loans or deny qualified applicants unjustly, creating widespread economic inequality or instability. AI-driven audits, intended to objectively identify fraud or financial irregularities, could be compromised by carefully tainted data, leading institutions astray at critical moments. Even insurance underwriting models could be deceived into incorrectly pricing premiums, overcharging some clients or dangerously undercharging others, undermining entire business models. Perhaps most unsettling is that scenarios once reserved for science fiction are rapidly becoming plausible realities. Swarm drones equipped with adversarial pathfinding might coordinate complex attacks, deftly evading traditional defensive systems by continuously adapting their flight patterns. Rogue chatbots could stealthily disseminate malware, impersonating trustworthy sources while delivering devastating digital payloads to unsuspecting users. Personalized disinformation bots tailored specifically to individuals might leverage AI-driven psychological profiling, manipulating opinions and behaviors with disturbing effectiveness. Military simulations, poisoned by adversaries prior to deployment, could lead to flawed strategic decisions with dire consequences on real battlefields. Most disturbingly, advanced AI systems might begin hallucinating dangerous scenarios, manufacturing entirely fictional threats and convincing their human operators to respond catastrophically to dangers that exist solely in the AI's compromised imagination. These strange yet entirely possible realities underscore the urgency and complexity inherent in securing AI against adversarial manipulation. Understanding these worst-case scenarios isn't merely an academic exercise. It's a necessary component of future-focused cybersecurity. The line between reality and fiction is rapidly blurring, requiring us to remain vigilant as we build and deploy intelligent systems that increasingly shape our daily lives. Educating AI developers, security professionals, and end users alike about these bizarre but genuine threats is crucial, as awareness remains the first critical step toward effective defense. As adversaries grow more inventive, defenders must think equally creatively, anticipating the unimaginable to effectively safeguard the future we're building. Conclusion: adversarial machine learning challenges our trust in technology, compelling us to rethink how we build, deploy, and protect AI systems. With adversaries rapidly innovating ways to exploit AI vulnerabilities, defenders must remain vigilant, adaptive, and proactive, leveraging robust frameworks, ongoing education, and transparent, secure-by-design practices. The future depends on our ability to foresee threats, respond decisively, and embed resilience deeply into the fabric of AI development and operations. Thanks for tuning in to the Bare Metal Cyber Podcast, your trusted source for cybersecurity news and insights. Remember to subscribe at baremetalcyber.com so you never miss an update. And visit cyberauthor.me for best-selling cybersecurity books that equip you with expert knowledge. Until next time, stay secure, stay vigilant.